Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to Inside the Newsroom. I'm Maddie Paul. Inside the Newsroom, we're bringing you the trending stories of the KELOLAND area, and we're bringing in our newsroom staff members to talk about the stories that you see every day on our newscasts and online at KELOLAND.com. Let's get started right away. Monday is Native Americans Day in South Dakota. A parade will highlight indigenous culture, and it will take over part of downtown Sioux Falls that morning. Kelly Vogt shares what you can expect.
In just days, people will line Phillips Avenue as the Sioux Falls Native American Day Parade makes its way through the city's downtown.
The parade, it's going to be amazing this year. We're going to see our culture come alive.
Today, committee members Shayna Yellowback and Heather Goodface Ferguson handed out flyers to businesses,
Letting them know that the streets will be closed that day, and if they have any questions, they can contact us.
The parade will run from 13th to 6th Streets on Phillips Avenue. So far, there are about 40 entries.
There'll be certain people passing out candy and just people enjoying each other's company and families and friends, waving at each other and smiling and laughing. It's going to be a great time. The theme that we chose is Pejuta Washte A Upi, and it means to bring good medicine. And I felt like the theme this year just kind of goes hand in hand, with everything going on in the world today. We wanted to make sure that we are putting out good vibes so we get the good stuff to come back in as well.
And here's Kelly Vogt at the Digital Desk to talk more about this story. Kelly, one thing that stood out to me during this story was the visuals, because not only did we get to see some past clips that we've had of the parade before, but we're also following along with your interviewees as they're handing out flyers. So what made you decide to keep that element in your story?
Well, part of it was just for logistical reasons. This is a story about a parade, and we need to show video of a parade. So that's why we used file video. But also, when I reached out to these two women, they just so happened to be handing out flyers when I reached out to them. So that was just another way to show something that's happening in the moment and, show some fresh video as we're also using older video.
Absolutely. It took us on a journey, in my opinion, because we got to see that little preview for this preview story. And, looking ahead after you spoke with the two committee members about this upcoming parade, what kind of messages stuck out to you that they want the community to know about this upcoming parade?
Well, certainly their theme that you saw in the story about bringing good medicine, basically putting good vibes out into the world in hopes that, that's what you will get back. And also, one of the women told me that the objective of the parade is to really just bring people together. And, that'll certainly happen on Monday as people line the streets and watch the parade.
And what's the last minute details that we need to know about the parade? What streets was it on? And then what time does it start that morning?
So it starts at 11 at 13th and Phillips, and then it runs to 6th Street on Phillips. And then there are a few other events at 9 a.m. at Lion Park. There's a prayer, and at 10:45 there's a fun run on the parade route. So a few activities leading up to the parade.
Awesome. Is there anything else that you think our viewers should know about the upcoming parade, Kelly?
I'd say you covered it well.
I say you covered it well, Kelly.
We both did.
Well, thank you for coming here to share those details. And everyone stick around for Inside the Newsroom. We're celebrating Pride for this year's Hispanic Heritage Month. And our reporter, Dan Santella, shares a story with us all next on Inside the Newsroom. And welcome back to Inside the Newsroom. National Hispanic Heritage Month in 2025 in the United States comes at a time when immigration status and deportation are front and center. Dan Santella gathered local people with Hispanic roots to find out how this month feels in the moment.
Honduran, Guatemalan, Mexican, and American heritage are all represented at this table, where there's pride in identity.
Although I was born here, I was raised in Guatemalan/Honduran culture, and I'd like to say I'm really proud of it. I love my culture.
Everybody can learn, about us, and we're learning about the other peoples coming from different countries. So I'm very proud to be here.
I am very proud to be Hispanic and celebrate my culture, traditions, and values.
During this Hispanic Heritage Month in the United States, however, there's tension surrounding how people view or consider their neighbors. almost like a shadow has fallen. Recently, the South Dakota Hispanic Chamber of Commerce canceled the Latino Festival and Parade in Sioux Falls.
We cancel it because we don't feel safe. We don't, that our community is not feeling safe.
A lot of people, they stay home, they don't go out, they don't go shopping, they don't doing a lot of things like we basically doing before. It's kind of nervous.
I think we're scared even to get pulled over or even speak our own language.
It feels like different, very heavy.
Deborah Natareno shares how this weight might begin to fade away.
Before you judge someone for the skin color or how they speak, they should learn where they came from and what they add into the community of Sioux Falls.
And as one of the owners of Alberto's Concrete, she has literally helped build this city.
We give it back to Sioux Falls. We don't give it back to Guatemala because we don't live over there. We live in Sioux Falls.
Roots originating in Latin America have a way of inspiring someone to wear his or her heart on their sleeve, wherever they live.
With our culture, we're really hardworking people. Like they've all been saying, we'd love to spread our culture. We love to spread our happiness. We're always celebrating. You can hear it from our music.
And we can feel it too in what this month still means.
This is us teaching our kids what Hispanic heritage is. It's coming together, celebrate, and just be family.
One big family.
Because we're all family. We're from different countries, but at the end of the day, we're family.
And Dan Santella joins us now at the digital desk to talk more about this very fascinating story, Dan. I just want to ask right away, how did you gather all of these people together? Did they know each other? Did you even know them? How did you find this range of people to celebrate with this striking interview?
A big nod to Luz Celine Zamorano. I think I butchered the pronunciation of her name there. But she is with the South Dakota Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Lauren Solik has interviewed her this week, and I reached out to her. I reached out to a lot of people for this story, just trying to find different people who could share their thoughts. And Celine was, I said, I have some people in mind. And she said, we can be at Kelo at 5 o'clock. And I said, awesome. And we decided to go to a park because that would look and feel great just to be out there sort of hanging out and beautiful afternoon. And that's how, and then Deborah in that story, her son just accompanied her just hanging out. And I said, would you like to be a part of this too? And he said, yeah. And he was great too because I think he was the youngest person there, Jose, and he gave really good thoughts. Yeah, that's sort of how it came together. I reached out to so many different people trying to organize this, and it took some time, but finally got those different voices.
Yeah, it's a striking interview, or a conversation, honestly, more than an interview when you watch it back, like in this way that you edited it. Did it help being in a public park setting to have them share their feelings? Because this is a really emotionally impactful story, given everything. So did it help kind of setting up a round table style with a public setting? How did that play into it?
I think we could have done it in any sort of setting. We could have done it here in the studio or in someone's home or at a park. I don't know if that necessarily was a huge factor, but having everyone together, as you mentioned, sort of seated around a table, sort of in that conversational round table style. It was a rectangle, but you see what I'm saying? That I think added to what I was going for with this story, that conversational. And it was Anna Peters, our executive producer. This whole story was her idea, and that was her thinking, and so that in the end we were able to execute.
Was there an angle that you had in mind before the conversation even started with these people? And then during these conversations, how did that angle change for you?
I wanted to find out how it feels as a Hispanic person to be in Hispanic Heritage Month in the United States in 2025, how that feels. And I would imagine there are different emotions, and as it were, that was the case. They shared a number of different thoughts. And that's what I wanted to find out. I wanted to have men and women. I wanted to have different ages, ideally from different countries or from different heritages. And we heard that Jose had Guatemalan and Honduran heritage, and we had Mexican and Guatemalan elsewhere on the table, and of course, but all American, right? And that was the goal. And then I just kind of wanted them to take the conversation, where they might.
Was it easy to edit everything together, in your opinion?
Not well. We had 2 cameras.
Oh, interesting.
We did. And everyone was mic'd up. So we had 4 microphones, 2 cameras, and it wasn't just kind of organizing that. And I got to give a big shout out to Sophie Hall, the photojournalist who was running one of the cameras, and she edited it all together quite well.
Awesome.
And yeah, that was, I think, just actual the videography of it was challenging.
But it's funny you say that it's challenging because the product of it is striking to me as
Credit to
a viewer.
Sophie.
Yeah, because even though we are in just one setting, you guys don't use file footage
Nope,
or
that
archive
was-
footage for anything, it's just in the moment right there. It's almost like you're putting the viewer there because I felt like, again, this wasn't an interview. This was a conversation.
And that's
that was
what we
being
want to
held.
do. And that's what we wanted to do. And I think Sophie did a great job in capturing that.
And what do you think you took away from conducting this sort of conversation? Did you learn anything that maybe you hadn't thought of before?
There is a tension and a fear amongst Latino Americans because of the contemporary climate. There's a real concern about that, and it might manifest sometimes, as we heard from Hilda Perez, that someone might be afraid to go outside. We have had instances in the United States of ICE detaining American citizens, and there's real concern. And I had an idea, but you don't really understand till you talk with people who feel it, But it was in the title as well, that pride persists in their heritage in this month, despite the temporal status of where we are as a country politically. And so that was a big takeaway, and I saw that and just, I asked, that was the question I asked for all of them, how does this month feel in 2025? And the pride was very clear. They've got that. And that's, I think, the one thing, and that's why I highlighted it in the title, and that's why I kicked off the story with it. And that's because that was the biggest takeaway.
Yep. And this is a part of a larger topic of Hispanic Heritage Month. And our coverage is not quite done because we're able to celebrate more on Inside KELOLAND, right?
Yeah, and Anna Peters, our executive producer, did an awesome, awesome job of putting together the special, finding different stories that we've done, that have our sister stations have done, and weaving it together into this half-hour-long narrative. It was really awesome how she did that. And yeah, so this roundtable story is part of it. Lauren Solik has a number of stories. Our former colleague Julia Lynn has a story in there. We got stuff from Sioux City, thoughts, I believe, from North Carolina and Texas. And so it's a really cool special that Anna did. And it was like, wow, this unsurprising that it was that good, but nevertheless, it really impresses you.
Yeah, it's cool that you're a part of it too, Dan.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you think you'd like viewers to know about this specific story or the upcoming Inside KELOLAND episode or just anything at all?
As you have mentioned, Maddie, some of these topics and themes are hard and heavy and intense and personal, and I'm just deeply appreciative that the people will share their thoughts with me. And also, for 3 of those 4 people, English is not their first language. And they did so well.
Yeah.
And so it's just, I'm so impressed with them and thankful that they were sharing their thoughts with me in that roundtable.
Wow. Well, Dan, thank you so much for sharing all of these details and being able to share their stories and experiences too. Good luck with Inside KELOLAND coming up this weekend. And everyone, stick around. We still have more coming up on Inside the Newsroom when we come back after the break. Welcome back to Inside the Newsroom. It wouldn't be Inside the Newsroom if we didn't end with Scott Munt just joining the show, talking about, I don't even know what we're going to talk about, Scott.
Hey, where's my theme music?
Oh, you can have this one. That's right.
We are DJ Maddie Paul.
DJ MP.
Okay. DJ MP.
Yeah, you can get
Very
much
nice.
more. Yeah, thank you. You can get much more DJ MP today on Boredom Busters.
So you could hear the Boredom Busters theme.
Yeah, that's right. What's going up? What's going up?
It's exclusive to Boredom Busters.
It's fun because I was watching, obviously, Boredom Busters on the newscast this past weekend, and the music that they use is just like so chill and calm, and it like gets you like very zen.
No, it's morning.
And then my music's like, boop, 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 like
In your
it's
face.
like techno, like not loud, but it's much different. I think that's just the vibes of everything with the digital desk. It's much different.
Hey, you're busting the boredom.
Hey, that's right.
With that music. Right?
I don't have that medieval music that. Remember when I was showing you
Yeah,
music that
you
we
were
could
going
use?
through a couple of samples, and that's the one I liked.
The one you liked.
Didn't use it?
It's probably on this computer somewhere, but it's not in my little producer deck over here.
That one should be my theme music.
Your theme music. I know.
Yeah.
We have
my
been on the
walk-up
search.
song.
I should ask Paul Farmer if he can find a song for me to use for you. Just you.
Got some thunder in the background, maybe.
Ooh. I should just take the Whether or Not song.
Well, you could do that, too.
Would that make you happy, though?
Anything will make me happy.
Oh, all smiles from Scotland on this Friday.
Well, are you staying in town this weekend?
No, I'm out of here.
Imagine that.
I'm pretty busy the next couple of weekends. I have a lot of weddings to go to.
Oh.
And they all just happen to be in Minnesota, too. So
okay.
We have one a little in the cities and then one in southern Minnesota.
Okay.
I forget where the other one is.
So you have 3?
For sure 2.
For sure
Then I have
2.
a birthday party to go to. And birthday parties are
In
the
Minnesota?
big bash. Yes, in Minnesota. That's in the cities.
Okay.
So I'm out of here. I'm going to be going into Minnesota, but are you sticking around? What are you doing?
What am I doing? Let's see here.
What's going on?
We're busy, right? I know. Yeah, we're busy tonight, getting together with the softball crew tonight.
Oh.
And then tomorrow, guess what? We're still painting. We'll still doing that. So
I
we'll
was just about to say you should start taking some photos, but I was like, actually you shouldn't show people at your house, maybe.
Well, yeah. I have been taking photos.
Not to
not
share.
putting those on air.
Not to share, unfortunately.
So we'll be busy doing that. And we'll watch the rain, too. If it rains, then I'll do other stuff, probably inside.
I know we need it.
You know? Oh, yeah. We definitely need that rain.
Yeah.
A lot of dry areas. I know Brian's been mentioning, everybody's out there harvesting, too, and just kicking up all that dust.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we could use some rain to settle the dust. We might see that this weekend. It's scattered. The best chance to see it, probably south central into northeastern South Dakota.
And I'm sure you're talking about this all on Whether or Not, right?
Yep, this will be on Whether or Not. Of course, that airs at 1:30, and you can always get that on demand, too. So you don't need to be in front of your computer now because it's on the website.
That's right.
Yep, you don't need to be there, but you'll need the app to get it on demand.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the best part about KELOLAND Plus on the app. If you just can't be at your TV screen or your computer screen at the times that we air live, no problem. Because KELOLAND Plus on demand on the app, always there for you. And that's the best part. That's what I like. That's how I watch Sports Zone All Access. I just scroll down till I find original shows, the category, and I can start watching. Easy as that.
Perfect.
Boredom Busters will be on demand tonight, too, after it airs at 5:30.
5:30.
Woo, woo, what's going on? So Perry Groten will be over here to talk about that on Boredom Busters. I'm excited. He's experiencing some new things for Boredom Busters today.
Okay.
And
I'll be working with PG Sunday morning.
Oh, look at all of this. So we have lots of weekend fun going on.
Oh, we did that weekend morning shift for 10 years.
You too? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I always forget that you did weekends.
Yep.
Huh.
It's what I was originally hired for.
Aw, what a throwback. Flashback Friday.
Oh, yeah. You got to go find some of those old videos.
Oh, I'm sure I will. I've actually, just this week, have been experimenting with the archives here and just looking at tapes. And it's funny to, physically be holding tapes again and be going through them. But I have found your tapes. I see the little tapes over there. And I'm like,
labeled as Munt.
I got to go dig in those. I've seen the
no, you
Groten
don't.
ones, digging through those. What else have I seen? Fossing, so Travis's tapes.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen.
It's
which is
always
really
neat to
cool.
go back and look at some of that old stuff, isn't it?
There's a lot of generals, though, too, because that's just how we categorize it and organized it, I guess, at the time. And so I don't know what's in those tapes. This is just some context for viewers, I guess. You don't really know what's in it until you open the tape and you see a card that tells you, okay, here's the date and here's what the story was about. And there's some keywords or whatever.
And those generals are more or less other parts of the newscast, maybe not necessarily associated with a reporter.
Right.
That, they'll read for the newscast, and they have video to it.
and it's interesting because sometimes there'll be like severe weather in those general tapes, but if it's like a big enough severe weather event, that has its own tape. And so that's always interesting to look at. Like the Spencer tornado has one, or any event like that really has its own.
We have a couple
tape.
of winter tapes back there too.
Oh, geez, that you know what I saw on YouTube? I told you.
YouTube.
Scott.
What's this YouTube you speak of?
I told Scott before we recorded. I was like, this segment has to be a little bit short, but I have to.
Oh
bring
yeah,
this
like
up.
that was going to happen.
Yeah, I know. I should bring it up, but we don't have time. But I do want to say I did find a YouTube clip of you, and this is from a couple of years ago, maybe 2014, maybe something like that. You look great, by the way.
Okay.
And
Thanks.
in the video, it's something about you obviously talking about the forecast. And it was so funny because the anchor that you were talking with, and I forget his name right now, but he brought up, oh, are we going to get the S word? And you just looked so done. With like,
oh no.
It was just like a thing where it made me realize like, oh, should I stop saying like, oh, here comes the S word around you? Because it's like, oh gosh, you've been hearing that for years. And that's what I just realized. I was like, oh, you've been hearing that joke for so long now. Like you're desensitized to it almost. Because you were literally just like, yep. That was like
You have to show me that one.
I want to pull it up now, but we don't have time. Okay, you know what? Monday. You're going to be here Monday, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll bring up the clip. I'll find some Munt clips. How about that? I'll find some
Oh,
Munt clips
great.
to show you, and we can look at that and how you are done with the S word.
Yeah. Well,
Even though you keep talking about it on whether or not.
but I call it what it is.
You do, and that's what I'm learning. Like, you're over it. You're over the S words. Just call it what it is. Keep it
Or
real.
white stuff.
The white stuff. Yeah, that's a good one, too. What's another one? About flurry frenzy. That's not cute. Okay. I think that means that I'm finished and over with this. Scott, thank you for coming to the digital desk. It's been too long.
Hey, you have yourself a great weekend.
You too. Thank you so much. And everyone, thank you so much for watching Inside the Newsroom. But don't forget, we got Boredom Busters coming on tonight at 5:30 and also tomorrow and Saturday at 8 a.m., but that's only on KELOLAND Plus. So make sure you watch it right here on the app or right here if you're watching on KELOLAND.com, but it's always on KELOLAND Plus. I guess you can watch whether or not too. Right, Scott?
You guess.
That's at
It's a good idea to watch whether or not.
That's at 1:30 live, but also always on demand on the KELOLAND Plus app. And until next time, have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you for watching.